guys know what time it is. Welcome to another episode of Share My World. It's been so damn long. Has it not? So damn long. You just don't know. I've been agonizing over this for the longest. You probably wonder where your girl has been. Well, I haven't been gone. As you can clearly see, you guys have been viewing my movie trailer reactions, and it seems like I've been getting a lot of views and a lot of comments and requests to do those. So ever since I did the reaction to the movie trailer Unfriended, my views have been going up. So I just decided to do another little web show, whatever, on reactions to movie trailers. And like I said in all the other ones, if you want me to react to a video of any kind, it can be a movie trailer or just a video in itself. As long as it's not scary and as long as it's not disgusting to where I'm going to vomit, I will react to it. I already got a couple of new friends on my Facebook that I've befriended, Jason D and Space Jammer Rich Homie. So they've been having me do movie trailers, and it's actually kind of fun. I'm actually getting more notice from doing the movie trailer reactions or whatever. But anywho, before I start off with my episode here, your girl really hasn't been taking really proper care of herself these days, health-wise. So that's probably why you haven't seen me. You know, I put so much into everything I do, and I just don't realize that I have to make sure that I'm in proper health when I do it. So I've been trying to get myself together here. But as you clearly see from the reaction videos, I've been doing fine. So nothing to worry about, nothing to panic. So we are going to continue on with my book, Alter, which I am still currently writing with my homie T. Hey T. So he's been giving me all kind of ideas, more ideas to further into my story. So it's been cool. And I believe the last time we left off was chapter 5. And that was when Trevor had reappeared. And everyone's like, well, where the heck did he come from and whatnot? And he just didn't seem like he was the same. And now Damon has been drugged and taken away out of the blue. So Sharon and Danica are the last two that need to be, I guess, captured or whatnot. So without further ado, because it's been so long and I have missed you guys, if I can just wrap my arms around you guys and give you a hug, I will do that. But I don't want to hug this computer because it'll look weird me doing that. So, onward to chapter 6 of my book, Alter. Sharon couldn't sleep at all. After tossing and turning all night, she got up and went to the kitchen. She still couldn't believe that Trevor went off on her like that. During their entire relationship, he never chewed her out. He was always a calm person and who never liked conflict. People, if it seemed like I read this chapter on my last episode, please forgive me, but I'm starting to feel like I did. But I'm just going to go ahead and just do it. I'm just going to read it. Honestly, I need to give him space to cool off, but right now I need something to drink, Sharon said to herself. Ah! Sharon screamed as she turned around and saw Trevor standing right behind her. What you doing up so late? Trevor asked her. Damn it, boy, you scared me to death, Sharon said. I'm sorry. The habit, he smiled. Well, I couldn't sleep. Are Damon and Danica still asleep? She asked. All I know is that Danica is taking a swim in the pool, Trevor said. That's funny. She hasn't swum in any pool since she was 9, Sharon thought. Trevor took out a bottle of red wine and grabbed 2 glasses. Look, sorry that I snapped on you earlier. I was wrong, and it will never happen again, Trevor said as he gave a glass of wine to Sharon. Oh, wow. Thank you, love, and I forgive you, Sharon smiled. Cool. Let's go sit down on the balcony and drink. Trevor grabbed her hand and led her to the balcony table and chairs. They both could see Danica swimming in the pool. She's trying to learn how to swim. She really doesn't know how. She's more so kind of like kind of like walking in the water, kind of moving her hands type thing. I'm very happy she's finally relaxing. She's been through so much these days, Sharon said, sipping her wine and looked at Trevor. Me too, considering everything that has happened between her and your mother, Trevor said. You know, she had the nerve to call me today and left me a message telling Danica that she's sorry for ruining her welcome home party. Please. Sharon frowned. I think your mother is bipolar or just plain evil and heartless, Trevor thought. Yeah, you're right, but I really want them to... Oh my goodness, Sharon didn't feel right. What's wrong with you, girl? Trevor got up to see what was wrong. All of a sudden, Sharon started having cramps in her stomach and her head was spinning. Trevor, I need to go lay back down. I don't feel so good, Sharon said. Well, let me help you to your room. Trevor picked her up and carried her to the room and shut the door. Trevor, what's wrong with me? Sharon asked her. You're probably just tired. Just try to relax, he told her. Something wasn't right. Sharon couldn't move her body at all. She felt paralyzed. Then her eyes started to close. Trevor, help me, please. I can't move nor see, she yelled. Trevor sat next to her and rubbed her face while he whispered in her ear. When I get done with you, you'll feel a whole lot better with yourself. Trevor smiled, and just like that, Sharon was in a deep sleep. 3 down, 1 to go, he said to himself. Danica was still swimming in the pool. She went under the water and just stood there, thinking with her eyes closed tightly. She remembered her best friend Emily Grant, who was like a little sister to her. They did everything together, swimming, skating, playing with dolls, and shopping at the mall. But when she started remembering the day that Emily's life was taken from her, and how Danica blamed herself for her death. At that moment, she swam back up to the surface. Whoa! I almost drowned. I think it's time to get out now, she said. As she got out, she saw a shadowy figure coming her way. Danica started to run, but realized it was just Damon. Boy, what's wrong with you sneaking up on me like that? She asked him. Sorry, girl. I was out walking. I heard someone in the pool. Damon gave her a towel. Okay, well, I'm ready to go back in the house, she said. After you. The couple walked up the stairs and opened the door. The first thing they noticed that the TV was still on and the wine bottle was open. Hey, what's that noise? Danica asked. She followed the sound to Sharon's room. Sounds like moaning, Damon said. Oh, wow, I guess they made up, Danica said. Cool, we can finally have some peace in the house. Leave them alone and let's go to bed, Damon suggested. Danica agreed. Little did they know Sharon was in danger, and unfortunately Trevor was behind it all, as well as Damon. Now the brothers were waiting for the right time to deal with Danica, and this was going to take some careful planning. And that, my friends, was chapter 6 of my story. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. So, as you clearly see, now Sharon has been taken. So, Trevor's been taken, Damon's been taken, Sharon's been taken, but they're back. But they're not themselves, is what it is turning out to be. So now Danica is pretty much in for a loop here because she thinks everything is okay, but little does she know, not everything is normal, everything is changing before her very eyes. So, yeah. And since you guys haven't seen me in probably about, has been like 2-3 weeks since I did an episode of my show, I'm going to go ahead and read you chapter 7 of my book, just to be fair. So this is chapter 7. Chapter 7. Damn, it's hot as hell out here, Danica said. Well, thank God we're at a water park, Sharon said. Damon and Trevor grabbed their swim bags and locked up the car. I still think we should have went to the mall, Sharon said. For fuck's sake, if you wanted to go, I'm so tired of you bitching and moaning about what you want, Damon shouted. Trevor and Danica looked confused. Did I miss something here? Danica asked. No, you didn't. She shut the fuck up with all this complaining, Damon said. This was getting stranger by the minute. Since when did Damon give a damn about what Sharon says? Okay, you guys, can we please just go and have fun? Danica asked. The three of them agreed and proceeded into the Water Mountain water park. Although it was 80 degrees and sunny, the sky seemed to be getting a little darker. It doesn't matter to anyone at the park. They continued to run around and play in the water. While the kids were swimming, the adults were chilled by the pool, sipping their drinks and enjoying the weather. Trevor and Sharon walked away to talk while Damon and Danica went the opposite way, heading towards the wave pool, where everyone was laying on their floats waiting for the giant waves to come in and throw them off into the water. Danica pulled Damon to the side before he went to the pool. So I was worrying about something. Are you ever going to forgive me for everything that I've put you through the past 9 years of our relationship? Danica asked him. Well, it all depends. Are you seriously done with drinking, he asked. He was right. She had always told him that she would quit drinking and go sober, but she never did. I promise you, I am done drinking for good, Danica said. Okay, but what about you and Trevor, he asked. This was getting old. It never fails. For years, Damon and Sharon have accused Trevor and Danica of having a secret relationship, but the only relationship that they ever had was a kid brother and kid sister relationship. Really, Damon? When will this end? I told you over and over again that Trevor and I are not dating each other, Danica explained. The thought of Trevor and I being in a romantic relationship is simply disgusting, Danica told him. Then explain to me why during your 6 months rehab, why did you write to him and not me, your boyfriend? Damon wondered. I was mad at you for testifying against me, Danica told him. Damon picked up his float and looked at Danica with disappointed eyes. I had no choice, Dan. I was there when you got behind the wheel of the car drunk, and the police were talking to other witnesses who were there that night, so no matter what, I had to talk. I said that I was sorry. How many times do I have to tell you that? Dan asked him. Never mind. It's over and done with. So are we going in the water or not? He asked her. After everything he said to her, she just wanted to be left alone. You must have forgotten. I can't swim, she said to him and walked away. Feeling like the whole trip was a mistake, Danica walked back to the car and sat down in the front seat crying. All she wants to do is get her life back together, but Damon won't accept her apology. She knows that it was wrong for not keeping in touch with him and Sharon, but she was trying to make things right. She took out her cell phone and called her friend Ava Carter, who was a nurse at the Chicago hospital. Hello? Ava said. Hey girls, Danica, what's up? I'm good. Are you crying? Yeah. Damon keeps bringing up the past. She went on telling Ava about what happened when she came home in rehab, how Jill crashed her welcome home party, to Sharon and Trevor having problems, to Trevor disappearing and reappearing. All she wanted to do was fix her broken relationships with her sister and her boyfriend, but everything has went from bad to worse. I'm so sorry, Danny. I was hoping that things would have worked out for you, but it takes time, Ava said. I know. I think I'm going to tell them that I want to go home and live on my own, Danica told her. Yeah, I think it's best, Ava said. I gotta go. Maybe you and I can hang out when I get back home from Florida. Danica hoped. Of course we can. I love you, Danica, and I'm very proud of you for getting sober, Ava told her. Thank you, and I love you too, Danica said as she hung up the phone. Life has been very complicated for Danica. First getting drunk, crashing into a pole, going to court, and rehab for 6 months. Now she's trying to rebuild her relationships with her boyfriend and her sister, who can't even meet her halfway. I guess I need to go back in and find the others, she said. All of a sudden, she felt someone stick a cotton over her nose. What the hell? She, hoping that someone would hear her scream, but she couldn't speak. And next thing you know, she blacked out in the front seat of the car. No one heard or seen anything at all. So, that, my dear fans, was chapter 6 and 7 of my book, Alter. Now, Danica has been taken now. So I'm not going to jump into the next chapter because I'm going to leave you in suspense, because you're probably wondering, okay, all 4 of them have been taken and whatnot, so what the heck is going on here? Well, you will pretty much know as, like I said, the story progresses. You will soon find out. But, I mean, the title itself, Alter, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, hey, if you could put 2 brain cells together to figure out what that means, then you're all right. But if you can't, I feel sorry for you. So, last you heard, there's a new character being introduced, and her name is Ava Carter, and she is going to play another major role in the help of the 4 friends. So in the next chapter, it will be about her and her and her family, and the connection with the 4 main characters. So I know I haven't seen you guys in a very long time, and you probably think that 2 chapters isn't good enough, but when you work and you're a wife and children, you try to maintain a proper household, it gets a little sidetracked. But the good thing about the reaction movie trailer videos is that I'm able to do those whenever I want, and it's not time consuming. I can do it when I come home from work. I can do it when I wake up in the morning. It depends on who stays asleep. But I try to do these videos when my husband is gone from work, because I know he'll distract me. I'm going to have my husband on here again. My husband is actually on one of my episodes of my show. It's the one where we were in Chicago for our 11th wedding anniversary. And he's on the 3rd part of, I think it's episode 6, if I'm not mistaken. It's episode 6. And it's the conclusion of episode 6, and he's on there, and that's my husband, D'Angelo. So I'm definitely going to have to have him on here again. I don't know what we'll talk about, but knowing him, we'll just talk about a whole bunch of shit, to wrestling, to our jobs, our life, inconsiderate sons of bitches who don't give a rat's ass about us. We'll just talk about a whole lot of shit. I don't know if you guys are friends with me on Facebook, you realize that my 2 main goals are to be a famous book writer, a famous book author, and to move to Chicago. And those are my main 2 goals that I am focusing on right now, and nothing and nobody is going to mess that up for me. I don't give a damn who you are. But I am going to pursue my dreams. And when the time comes for us to move to Chicago, I'm going to be so effing ready. No, not effing. We're going to be so fucking ready, I swear. Because, I kid you not, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to leave Michigan. I'm ready to leave this state and leave it behind. Because there's really nothing going on for us out here. I am fed up with it. I'm done. So, just to let you know, your girl is doing fine. I'm going to have to learn how to take proper care of myself. If you have any questions for me or concerns or anything, like I said, message me through Facebook or my Instagram, or my YouTube channel. But pretty much Facebook, because I'm mainly on Facebook almost every day. So yeah, you can just message me through there. But other than that, that's pretty much everything that's been happening with me. I'm going to continue doing my reaction videos. Like I said, if you want to react to something, my YouTube channel, really doesn't matter. I'm really starting to love this. Really get this thing, when it comes to my reactions and everything that I do. So I'm very tired, and it's kind of like people been pushing me around. But I'm hoping to stay on schedule with my episode. So, until then, I love you guys. I miss you. I hope I see you